Wassup YouTube, PokePrimer here, finally ready to deliver you our Week 3 battle against Rampage and the Indiana Reapers here in the PFL Major League here on the channel. Please make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys are excited, you guys can see right here from the team builder that we are bringing Omboy the Jolteon, 3 Pretty 5U, the Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, Tornadus, Manaphy, Nido Queen Latifah, and Jura the Regirock. As you can see, my opponent decided he wanted to bring the Swampert, which I believe was his Mega, Toxicroak, Sigilif, Bisharp, Chandelure, and Haxorus. So, really tough looking team to deal with, but I think we can handle it. So let's go ahead and get the battle started. I started to just pick random music at this point, so there will be no trend. He leads right off the bat with his Haxorus. I'm like, shit, that's terrifying. I lead with Omboy, because I know I can outspeed just about anything on the team, and I can just do whatever I want. He's actually going to switch out, which I'm kind of surprised by. He goes out into Terrain, the Mega Swampert, as I actually attempted to Terrain the Swampert, as I attempted to Volt Switch here. I'm just going to swap out. I know I can't one-shot this thing. If I predicted that right off the bat, I would have gone for, I believe I'm packing either Shadow Ball or Hidden Power. I would have gone for something else. I swapped right out into my Tornadus, as he Mega Evolves here. And he goes for an Aqua Tail, which luckily we miss. Or luckily he misses. As out goes the Swampert, doesn't want to deal with our Tornadus. In comes the Haxorus with its Mold Breaker. As I decided to just set up a Tailwind here, which was kind of cool. I expected him to go for like a Rain Dance or something. Go for the Hidden Power Ice. Really do massive damage to this Haxorus right here. As he's going to go for a Rock Slide. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Nope. Live on 10 HP, and I'm able to get off one more HP Ice. And this HP Ice is going to take out the Haxorus. So, great situation here. I mean, I lose my Tornadus, which kind of sucks. I do lose Tornadus, which does suck. But I was able to take out the Haxorus, which is perfectly fine. Go right out into Gardevoir here. I figured it was a perfect time to do so. So he goes into Viper, his Toxicroak, and I'm like, oh, righty then. So I trace the Dry Skin. I'm like, oh, righty then. Well, you outspeed me before Mega Evolving, so I'm not fucking with that. Go immediately out into Nidoqueen Latifah. As this thing actually goes for a Sludge Wave. I'm like, what? Bruh, you special? Are you a special Toxicroak? Bruh. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. And then I realized that the Tailwind was still out, so I could have actually just stayed in and gone for the Psyshock or something and killed this thing, but whatever, I didn't think. I figured he was going to swap, so I decided to go for my Stealth Rocks, get my rocks up on the field. And Latifah is rocking out right now. Here goes the Calm Mind on this freaking Chandelure, and I was shitting my pants at this point. I just went for a Shadow Ball. Do decent damage. It actually does a decent amount of damage, even after the Calm Mind pops its Air Balloon, which is fine. He's going to Pain Split, which is totally okay. I do lose a decent amount of HP from that. But I do go for the Earth Power. Now that his Air Balloon is nice and popped. And even with his Calm Mind up, that still like absolutely blows him back. He's going to go for a Shadow Ball. It's going to do a large chunk of damage to us, but we are going to get up this last Earth Power, and it is going to finish off the Chandelure. So, Nidoqueen Latifah putting in the work, as always. Her sheer force is just too dominant on the battlefield. In comes Viper, the Toxicroak. What a bitch, what a bitch. It's going to go for Icy Wind. This is definitely a special Toxicroak, which is absolutely wild. I'm gonna have to get his spread. I'm gonna have to get his spread for this Toxicroak because this is absolutely wild. But I go out on a 3 Fancy 5U. I know I can live a Sludge Wave. I know for a fact I can live a Sludge Wave. I already calced this. I can live a Sludge Wave. So I'm just going to Mega Evolve. My gorgeous, gorgeous black dress flowing in the wind. He's going to Sludge Wave. Does so much more damage than I thought it was going to. So much more damage than I wanted it to. I'm just going to Psyshock, and this thing's going to disappear. Yeah. Unnecessary crits are unnecessary. Psyshock killed like 2 Toxicroaks, so it's totally fine. That crit probably didn't matter. As he's going to go out into Tempest, his Sigilif. I'm going to just Hyper Voice. He is Focus Sashed, which is not surprising. He's going to go for a Psyshock here, and that Psyshock is going to just barely be enough to take out my Mega Gardevoir. Which is, again, totally okay. Totally fine with it. Mega Gardevoir did what she needed to do. Into Omeboy the Jolteon. Omeboy here is ready to go, man. At this point, I'm just firing off the Hidden Power just in case it switches in. We do have the HP Grass, so I am just going to hit that thing with HP Grass and see what, and let it go down because it's, you know, it's on 1 HP. In comes the Swampert. Hi, Swampert. What's up, buddy? It takes those rocks. I'm going to swap out. I need to get more damage on this thing before I can safely say, hey, HP Grass is a safe plan. So I go out into Manaphy here. He goes for an EQ. And I actually take that, man. I take that. And I go straight for an Energy Ball. And it absolutely blows this Swampert back to like 1 HP. I was really surprised that it lived. I was kind of agitated that it lived because I'm like, come on, it's an Energy Ball from a Manaphy. Why don't you die? But back out to Jolteon we go. I'm safely able to just click HP Grass. And this fucking Swampert is now dead. At this point, Jolteon is here and ready to put in the work, man. Out comes Havoc. Havoc is the Bisharp. I'm like, shit, I might actually lose this match. I go for a Thunderbolt. Does absolutely monstrous damage as he goes for a Swords Dance. And I'm like, oh boy, are we in trouble. Goes for the Sucker Punch here, and that at that point I'm just kind of like, well, shit. We're kind of fucked. We're probably going to lose. Now, I want you to know it comes down to item here. He is holding a Lumberry. He told me this after the match. Goes for the Iron Head. Jura takes it with 23 HP, and I'm like, don't flinch, don't flinch. We get the Drain Punch off, and Jura is taking out the Bisharp, so that we win 1-0 against Rampage and the Indiana Reapers. If he had had any damage-boosting item, even if it was just Expert Belt, that would have killed our Regirock, and we would have lost that match. It was literally down to the wire. Fantastic game, Rampage. Great job, dude. Really, really fantastic. Good stuff. Next week, we take on Jeremiah and the Antarctic Azumarill, so hopefully we can keep our winning streak going. But until then, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off.